from the Family Action Network. That's a group that advocates for migrant rights. And we also heard from other elected officials. They were denouncing this decision by the Trump administration. Take a listen.
It is absolutely heartbreaking that we're here today begging for the lives of Haitians here in the state of Florida, here in the United States. We know what the conditions on this island are, and they are absolutely inhumane. It is cruel that President Trump is deciding to send thousands and thousands of Haitians to certain death, because that is what they will be facing on that island.
So much instability and violence in Haiti, and that's what we heard from folks here today, that the Trump administration should not send people back to that country.
About the decision to roll.
It's inhumane and unjust to send us Haitians back to Haiti with those Haitians. That's basically what you're saying. Shout out to Black said. That's what you're telling us? It's unjust for our government to say no more temporary means temporary and to send you back to your country with your countrymen. You got your flag up. You know where you got your flag up, right? But let's go ahead and listen. Go ahead.
So because Dennis Spurling asked the question, let me give you the answer. Haiti is currently experiencing a humanitarian crisis, widespread poverty, gang violence, and food insecurity. Haiti is one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. More than half of the people live in poverty there. Gang violence is high, especially in Port-au-Prince. Armed gangs control much of the Port-au-Prince. Gender-based violence is common. Food insecurities. More than half of the Haitians are experiencing food insecurity. Nearly a quarter of the nation's children are considered malnutritioned. Health. The health system is on the brink of collapse. Major hospitals are closed. Displacement. Conflicts and natural disasters have displaced nearly 1 million people within the country. Now check this part out. It says here, travel, the U.S. State Department advises against travel to Haiti due to kidnapping, crime, civil unrest, and limited health care. So those are some of the reasons why Haitians do not want to go back to Haiti. Let me give you some more examples of why they don't want to go back to Haiti, Dennis Spurling. 6 takeaways about Haiti's reparations to France. How did the modern world's most successful slave revolt give birth to a desperately poor nation? Here is a summary of what a team of New York Times correspondents found out. A failed state, an aid trap, a land seemingly cursed by nature and human nature alike. When the world looks at Haiti, one of the poorest nations on the planet, sympathy for its endless suffering is often overshadowed by scolding and sermonizing about corruption and mismanagement. Some know how Haitians overthrew their notoriously brutal French slave masters and declared independence in 1804. The modern world's first nation born of a slave revolt. But few know the story of what happened 2 decades later when French warships returned toward people who had paid for their freedom with blood, issuing an ultimatum. Pay again in staggering amounts of cold hard cash or prepare for war. For generations, the descendants of enslaved people paid the descendants of their former slave masters with money that could have been used to build schools, roads, clinics, or a vibrant economy. Same thing goes for in Africa. For years, as New York Times journalists have chronicled Haiti's travails, a question has hovered. What if? What if the nation had been looted? What if the nation had not been looted by outside powers, foreign banks, and its own leaders almost since birth? How much more money might it have had to build a nation? For more than a year, a team of Time correspondents scoured long-forgotten documents languishing in archives and libraries on 3 continents to answer that question. To put a number on it, what it costs Haitians to be free. Here are the takeaways from a series of stories appearing this week. And I'm going to leave the link so you guys can go and check the rest of it out. But that's why these people don't want to go back to Haiti. Dennis Spurling, a little bit of research on your own would have told you that. And if you knew, then you're lying to the people in your chat, the people that follow you. Because these are the reasons why those people do not want to go back to Haiti. So when you're talking about go back to your own country and you're flying your flag over here, these are the reasons why they're over here in the first place. It has nothing to do with just earthquakes alone. It's much more than that. And yes, just like I've said in other videos, when you see these Hispanics waving their Mexican flags over here, it's not that they're proud necessarily of Mexico. They're more proud when they're waving those flags of being Mexican, not waving it because they're from Mexico. Because a lot of these Mexicans that are here now were born here. They don't know anything about Mexico as far as living there. Just like these Haitians. Haitians are proud of being Haitian, not necessarily proud of the country from which they came from. Just like you Americans over here, you guys drape yourselves in these American flags. They're draping themselves in their country's flags because they're proud of being Mexican. They're proud of being Haitian. They're proud of being a Venezuelan. Not necessarily because of the country.